everybody, and welcome to an all-new Wrestling's Road Trip After Hours. I'm your host, Mac Davis, and with me each and every week is my co-host. He is the host. I'm just the guest here. He is none
Oh
other than
wow, wow! Don't try
WWE.
to butter me up. That's not true, ladies and gentlemen.
our resident Hall of Famer, Mr. Teddy Long. How you doing, Teddy?
I'm good, player.
Man, I hate opening the show with such bad news, but today, at the time of this recording, well, at the time, because we're not recording, we're live, on July 24th of 2025, we lost Hulk Hogan. And man, you talk about news. I first heard about it this morning. I can't remember what time it was. And I think I sent something to you almost immediately saying, hey, I hear Hulk's passed away. Man, what shocking kind of news. I mean, I don't care what you feel about the guy. He is professional wrestling.
Well, my thing is this: I had the utmost respect for Hogan. I always got along with him. He took care of me. He never disrespected me. He was always nice to me. I was kind of a little bit in some things with him that a lot of people, he wouldn't have let in. He was good friends with Kevin Sullivan, God rest his soul, and I broke in under Kevin and Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert, and that's when I met Hogan back in the day. And so me and everyone, with him and Kevin, I never will forget one time. And I was, like I said, this is another secret too. Hogan, I think he went back to work in New York, and me and Kevin was still in WCW, I believe. And I will never forget, I was sitting there, and Hogan called Kevin, and because he wanted to finish, wanted to know how to beat some guy that night. So I knew a lot of stuff with him. And one time I had the opportunity to ride with him and Vince in the limo to the TV hotel. So, what an honor that was, man. And they didn't hold back. They kept their conversations, you know what I mean? Because they were letting me know, hey, you do what you're supposed to do, then you're gonna be all right. And that's why I did what I was supposed to do.
And you mentioned Vince McMahon, and he did put up a post today on Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it, saying the world lost the treasure today. Hulk Hogan was the greatest WWE superstar of all time, someone who is loved and admired around the world. He was a trailblazer, the first performer who transitioned from being a wrestling star into a global phenomenon. His grit and unbridled thirst for success were unparalleled and made him the consummate performer. He gave everything he had to the audience, whom he appreciated, respected, and loved. He leaves us with one of his favorite expressions: train, take your vitamins, and say your prayers. Today, we pray for him. Just
Yeah.
one of the many things that I've seen pop up on social media today. Once we, heard about the loss of Hulk Hogan, many more here. Teddy, you can see this is just a few. Pat McAfee responded. Kevin Nash, Matt Hardy, Charlotte Flair, Kane, and Adam Pearce, all saying, condolences and shocked by the loss of Hulk Hogan. Where were you today when you first heard the news today, Teddy?
Mac, you will not believe this.
Uh-oh.
This morning, I was going to give, I thought about Jimmy Hart. And I was thinking about what's the Bud Lover, what's the guy, Bubba the Love Sponge or whatever, or something,
Yep. Yep.
but I was thinking about that when we were talking about it, about they were saying this, and Jimmy Hart said no, this wasn't it. So I thought about Jimmy, and I swear to you, man. So I called him this morning, and talked to Jimmy a little bit, and I said to him, my last words to him, I said, well, you tell Hope, I wish him a speedy recovery, man, and get the feeling better, man. Tell him I love him. And Jimmy Hart says, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, baby, because he always liked you. He always know what the player doing, and so and those were the words I said to him. And I swear to you, it wasn't 20 minutes later after I talked to Jimmy this morning that I heard that he was dead.
Wow. Wow. Yeah. And there has been a lot of confusion when it comes to Hulk Hogan's health lately, because Bubba the Love Sponge have been saying that he wasn't doing well. And then some of the best friends of Hogan's were reportedly saying, oh, he's fine. It's not a big deal. But he did have cardiac arrest, if that's what I understand. So, I mean, he may have been perfectly fine and just, a heart attack, comes up and gets you out of nowhere. Yeah, really hard news in the wrestling community because, as I've said, and many people have said, when it comes to the Mount Rushmore professional wrestling, his name is always mentioned. Hulk Hogan's head is always on that Mount Rushmore.
He's the greatest of all time.
Yeah, and when it comes to what really made professional wrestling what it is today, it was Hulk Hogan. Simply, we got a lot of people even popping into the chat room. You can do that too, by the way. You don't have to spend a penny on this show. All you got to do is leave a comment. We'll throw it up on the screen and we'll discuss it. And you get to do all that for free. No super chats, nothing else like that. And by the way, if you do very good, and Teddy likes your letter in particular, you'll get a free T-shirt at the end of the night. So stick around for that as well.
Yeah, you better behave.
Yes, Joseph, rest in peace, Hulkster. Pretty classy lady in here as well. I still got to send you the picture of me wearing my Road Trip After Hours T-shirt. Yes, you do. You need to get that picture and send it to us, and we'll throw it up on the screen here, and it gives us a chance to see even what some of you guys look like, because you see us, but we can't see you. She also had another thing in here. Oh, saying, hey, Mac and Teddy, good to have you guys in here. Please do us a favor, share this around, let everybody know that we are live. One thing I found out today, and maybe this is just something I had completely overlooked over all this time. Did you know where Hulk Hogan was born?
No.
Did you know he was a Georgia boy?
No.
I didn't either. I heard that today, that he was born in Augusta, Georgia. And I had no clue. Maybe that's been out for a long time. I just always thought he was the Florida boy. I never thought of him as having been any kind of relations to Georgia.
Well, there you go.
There you go. Okay, guys, I'll see Zach popping in here as well. Zach, good to see you. He says, rest in peace, Hulk Hogan. Teddy, I know over time when you worked with Hulk Hogan, was your first time crossing with him in WCW?
I believe so.
Because I think he came in part of the NWO. Right by the time you were leaving, he was kind of coming in, and you probably crossed paths.
No, I was there when the NWO was there. I was there for a little while when NWO started. But yeah, I was there when Hogan came in. I think that's where I really met him there. And because when we used to go to Florida for the tapings and everything, then that's when I got with Kevin, and Kevin introduced me to him, and that's why, we start, speaking to each other down there.
Now, you're going to kill me if there's something big and I'm not thinking about it, but was there something with you and Hulk Hogan, any kind of angle or storyline you two guys cross with?
No.
No, never worked together?
No, never. I don't think I ever did anything in the ring with him.
Didn't even put him in a tag team match?
No. Something I did maybe in WCW, maybe. I can't remember, but I don't think we ever had nothing like a storyline or anything going where I had to work with him.
Yeah, because I was trying to think of one today, and I just could not come to mind.
Yeah,
anything that I remember. Yeah, and that's kind of strange considering, how many times you guys have passed and worked each other in both companies.
Well, that time Hogan was on top. I think maybe I was refereeing then, or I was just the mid card guy managing some guys. So I couldn't make it that high.
All right, guys, you got questions for Teddy? We're going to answer them. We're coming up right now with the mailbag.
Letters, oh, we get letters. We get your letters every day. Mailman, mailman, mail today. Reach right in and pull one out. Those letters, I love those letters. Let's find out what you got to say.
Oh boy!
Mailman, mail today.
I still say that's the best money we ever spent on those singers. All right, let's see.
Well, I don't know. You need to go to see if they gave you any change back. That's what you need to be looking.
Hey,
are they horrible? Jesus.
I wish the microphones would work while the things played so you could hear us in the background, because I'm just singing along with that song. I know almost every word to it.
That's why you got it up there. You like it.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, just a mark for your own song.
Yeah, I'm the lead singer of that song.
Hey, listen, I wanted to run this by some people while we got them live. On
Sure.
Tuesday, August the 5th, I'm going to try to see if I'm pronouncing this right. I'm going to be in Shahara County Sunshine Fair. That's Tuesday, August 5th, Shahara County Sunshine Fair. And that's in Colesby, New York. So I'm trying to see if anybody's listening know am I giving the right information here. So Tuesday, August the 5th, Shahara County
Wait,
Sunshine
wait,
Fair,
wait a minute.
Colesby, New York, and I'm going to be also there on behalf of Immortal Championship Wrestling. And I'm going to also
Oh,
be a part of the Immortal Championship Wrestling's Hall of Fame. They're going to induct me there. And also, I'll be the general manager for the night. That's Tuesday, August the 5th, Shahara County Sunshine Fair, Colesby, New York. Now, if I'm pronouncing that right, let me know. If not, please correct me. Class of 25, Immortal Championship Wrestling.
that's fantastic. Actually, I think I've met some of the guys from Immortal Championship Wrestling in
Oh, they're
Albany
wonderful guys,
on
man.
weekend. Yeah, good people, good people. Rocky retired on X writes, AEW stated that they are different than WWE, but with all the constant bloodbaths, barbed wire, headshots, and gang attacks, they seem like ECW light. Do you think they could compete with WWE without the hard edge?
I don't think they could beat anybody. Now, that's just my opinion.
I, this is why I love this show. He is so damn honest. Hey, just whatever comes in mind.
I don't watch them, man. I mean, and I have my reason for that, you know. So
Yeah,
I'm yeah.
yeah. I have seen some of the latest shows, and uh, parts of it are really good, and parts of it aren't. They still are working on that thing, and I wish they get it on track because I do like to see competition. Because competition for another company, it'll make other people who may be kind of just resting back a little bit get back up on their feet and start putting the best effort forward if we get that kind of competition.
Yeah.
Let's see. We do have Pretty Classy Lady popping in. She's asking a question. She wants to know, do either of y'all have a favorite Hulk Hogan match or a memory? Teddy?
I think Hogan and Andre was my favorite. I kind of like that, you know, because working with Andre, you know, Andre is dead serious. He didn't play. And so to watch him, and you know, Hogan knew he had to be on his P's and Q's too in there with Andre. So I thought that was a hell of a match. I enjoyed that.
Yeah, that was one of my favorite matches, and it was one of the most pivotal matches in professional wrestling. When I mean, I think everybody know. I mean, it seems like the moment everybody has in mind is him slamming Andre at WrestleMania 3, and
And I was just listening at Hogan too the other day. I was watching him talk about how Andre didn't like Savage and he just beat the hell out of him.
Andre had a reputation for that. If he didn't like you, he didn't work with you too well in the ring. I mean, I've seen him actually slap some guys around. Or I mean, look, you're not going to pick up Andre unless Andre's going to let you pick up Andre.
Well, that's old school, man.
Yeah, you had to learn to get respect from him for that to happen.
Right, right.
Johnny Autism Wrestling saying, what do you think about? Oh, okay, hold on. I think I skipped one. Maybe here we go. Johnny saying first, Teddy, have you heard of Manny Lemons? And what do you think about him? We've both worked with him before.
I never heard of him.
Manny Lemons was his gimmick at the time that he was in the Independence in Georgia, and I'm assuming it's the same thing now. He would have a lemon, and he'd come out. He kind of had that old school boas around his neck that were yellow and green, and kind of a lemon and lime kind of look. And he would eventually use the lemon, but he's a good independent performer. Teddy, you'd probably see him. You'd probably go, "Oh, I remember him," but I think he's in. And you might, maybe you guys may know this.
Yeah, I'd seen this guy in Waco, Texas. He come to a show there. I was there. Yeah. He sings and yeah. I seen him. Yeah, I thought he was very entertaining in Waco, Texas. I remember that night now. Yeah, he was pretty good.
I think he has his own company now. I'm not sure if he runs his own company or not, but I know Manny. Manny he was a good guy. He was enjoyable in the back too, which is sometimes hard to find guys that are friendly who will talk to you in the back, and other guys who just have attitudes. Manny never had an attitude.
Yeah.
Lance, speaking of old school and independent days, I know Scott. Hey, Scott, good to see you in here. Shout out to Mad Mac Davis and Teddy from KSL. Uh,
Scott Lance, holla player.
and let's see, Johnny, what's you got here for us? And rest in peace, Hulk Hogan, and we'll miss you, brothers. Yeah, that is, as we started the show off, the loss of Hulk Hogan, not something that I think anybody was expecting to be happening anytime soon.
No,
Um,
man.
Look, I do have a question in here. I think we answered this a while ago, but I'll throw it at you anyhow. Tyler on Facebook, with word that Hulk Hogan passed away. Did you ever work directly with Hulk, or do you have any memories of Hulk?
No, I never worked directly with him, and all the memories I have is just every time we met, he was just one of the nicest guys in the world. That's it. And I mean, anytime he was always nice.
Let's see. Johnny saying Manny has his own. Yes, that's what it is. Devotion Championship Wrestling. Yeah, Johnny, if you see him, tell Manny that Mac Davis said hello. He may not remember me. I think we've only worked together maybe once or twice, but like I said, he's a guy I remember because of his attitude in the back, and it was always good.
Yeah, tell him
Um,
I said hello too.
yeah. Let's see. Pretty classy lady. That segment of y'all talking about the Jacob Fatu controversy was hilarious. I'm trying to remember what we talked about. For using the N word in the song. That's what it was. Yeah. That was on Sports Kita. If you guys want
They
to
do it
see
every
that,
day. You hear it every day. So I don't understand what the problem is. That's why I don't understand why black people keep getting mad at people for calling them the N-word when they're saying it in rap songs. Our own people are saying
yeah.
it to us.
But now look here, Teddy. It's not just the black people. The white people were yelling about it too. Like just sit down and shut up.
Just get over
Seriously.
it. Get over it. It ain't gonna ever stop. It'll be till the end of time. So let it go. Don't let it bother you no more.
No,
Jesus Christ.
because the more it bothers you, the more it's never going to go away.
Yeah, it's eternity.
Yep,
Okay. It'll be here when we're gone, and when others come, it'll still be here.
truth. All right, Becca the Recca writes, one of the wrestlers that will forever be linked to Hulk Hogan is Andre the Giant. Any memories of Andre?
Um, no, I met Andre. I got a picture in there now. I could show you that I was with Andre, Thunderbolt Patterson, Gordon Soley, and we were at Center Stage in Atlanta, Georgia. And he was nice to me. I spoke to him and everything, and he spoke. And like I said, I knew, to just speak and not try to carry on no conversation because I don't know this man.
Yeah.
So just to speak to him, and he was nice to me. That was enough for me.
Okay, I've always heard a rumor, and maybe you've heard this or can confirm it, but I heard Andre may have had a gas issue because of all the wine and beer that he would drink, and he could lay out uh, past gas for a long, extended period of time. Were you ever witness to one of those?
No,
No.
no.
I did hear one time he got on the elevator with some woman who was stuck up, and when they closed the doors, he let one loose,
He might have done
and it
that.
was and he did it on purpose. Yeah. All right, this is one of the favorite things you love here, and so let me throw it at you here. It's the name association from Donna in North Carolina. So we got a list of names, and you give me what comes to mind, any memories or just whatever comes to mind. First one is Al Snow.
Al Snow, great guy. I had a chance to work with him when I first went to WWF. I was refereeing there, and Al Snow gave me a nickname. He started calling me Bubbles. So I don't know. And I saw him. I guess somewhere I just left some signing, and I saw Al there, and I walked right up to him, Bubbles. So yeah, he gave me that name. So I
Hey,
don't
look
know.
here. Al may watch this show from time to time if he's like, all the rest of us here. And if he does, Al, and you happen to be listening, what is Bubbles all about? Tell us. Share with us. What is Bubbles? I'd love to know. All right, here's another one for you. Chris Benoit.
Oh God, man, what a great guy! Great guy. God rest his soul. I never will forget one night we were staying in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and we did the show in Green Bay, and we had to drive back to Milwaukee, and it was me, Benoit, and Nancy Sullivan. God rest her soul too. And I was driving, and it took us, I swear, man, it took us 12 hours almost to get back from 150 mile drive, I guess what it was, man. I might not have been there. Might have been 5 hours or 6 hours or something,
Ooh.
but it was just, that's how we couldn't drive that fast. But, and Chris was just God, he'd give you the shirt off his back, man. And
I've
yeah.
never asked you this. I don't think, Teddy, and maybe I have, or maybe you rather not discuss it. But
What?
do you think that Chris Benoit could do that to his wife and child, or do you think maybe something else was going on?
I can't speak on that. You know, Chris didn't never appear to be nothing like that. You know what I mean? So I don't want to speak on it because
Yeah,
I don't have a clue.
I know a lot of people try to blame it on the fact that he had a lot of headshots taken from chairs, and his mind was a little scrambled up. But I would think you would see something like that coming a mile away, and unless they just snap. But it was
Uh,
unfortunate. But one of the things that it's like Hulk Hogan too. Chris Benoit and Hulk Hogan have both been connected to controversies. Yet we have to always remember, and I hate to say this because people think I'm being really cold, but in the sport of professional wrestling, not in the wrestler's personal life, but in the sport of professional wrestling, Hulk Hogan, despite any of the controversies he got into, is still one of the most recognizable pro wrestling people that there is on planet Earth. And I think the same thing came with Chris Benoit. He had an incredible talent, and you can't deny the talent. And I hate when they hide some of these guys and videos on WWE and all the other platforms because, the controversy. There's a lot of people who lose out when that happens. Look at the Cosby Show. Just recently, was it Malcolm Jamal Warner? I think he passed
yeah.
away. And because of what happened to Bill Cosby, his shows could never run on TV again. They will not show those Cosby
No,
shows.
that's not true.
No, really.
I look at it. I don't look at the Cosby Show. I mean, when I was a little young, I kind of looked at that. I don't really care about it, but it's on God Bravo or something like that. I can't remember, but I see it all the time.
That's wild because I always heard that show had been canceled and they would not show it anymore. And I'm thinking of
No,
people like Malcolm Jamal Warner. If that's the case, man, all the residuals gone. Just
no,
like
that's not true. That show still comes on.
okay, well, that's good. That's good to hear because those were still funny shows, despite what
Yeah,
you may think. They were funny shows.
yeah.
Plot and Twist Jones in the room. Hey, good to see you, my friend. Your T-shirt should be arriving any time now. By the way, I asked the post office, Teddy. I said, I went and dropped off, some orders that we had, and I said, how long does it take for these shirts to get to where they're going with the mail today? Because I noticed some of the mail that comes to my house from just one town over is a week. 10 days. It takes 10 days, folks, from the time I drop it to the mailbox to the time it gets to your post office box. That's ridiculous. 10 days.
You live in a small town, man.
Oh, man, I'm hearing that's everywhere. Because a lot of times my secretary, who's in another county over from where we are, she'll send out mail. She's in Georgia, too, by the way. She'll send out mail. It'll go from Georgia to Jacksonville, Florida, to Atlanta, to Macon, then to the hometown place. It's like it's way too many stops. And why is it going to Florida?
Well, quit buying them chief stamps.
Yeah. Let's see. Jamie saying, Johnny, I mean, I saw some people on the internet disrespecting Hogan. I think you said you're disgusted with it.
That's right, man. Anybody would stoop, as low as after a man passes, to discredit them. That's as low as you can be. But there are some people out there, I can tell you that.
Oh, I've seen them today. I've seen some of those posts on social media, and I mean, it's like, don't forget that the individual you're talking about also has a family who's also seeing some of this stuff. And
but these people here don't have no family.
No, that's true. They're probably living in mama's basement too. Scott saying, hey guys, one of my favorite run-ins was JBL as WWE champion, and Teddy Long was always putting him in different title defenses. I always pull for JBL to retain. Go figure. But do you have any memories of that time, Teddy?
Of course I do. JBL was a man that I had to pick on. Okay, if you can remember, I always went to him like this: JBL, I got some bad news, and I got some good news. First, I'm gonna give you the bad news.
You're gonna go one-on-one.
Yeah.
And JBL's expressions too, and I've said this before, when you worked with him, JBL, you hear a lot of times about how much of an ass he could be, and he was a bully or whatever. But man, he could perform in the ring. When he got in there, he could sell anything, and he was so good at it. He was kind of like a little bit of a Vince McMahon to me, where he
Well,
would feed into that character way over the top and really give you a taste of something nasty.
but when you work close to Vince, like we did, man, we know what Vince was high on selling.
Oh yeah,
That Vince made that clear. He told me one day, this is it. Right here.
yeah,
Okay. Yeah, yeah. So we understood what it means. Don't go overboard, over the top, just sell it if it actually really happened to you. You
yeah.
know what I mean? So that's what I always remember too. I didn't have to talk sometime. I had a facial I could give you.
Yeah, and that's what works so well. It's just the eyes, the facial. How many times have you watched people like Johnny Carson, or for some of those who are not that old, David Letterman? A lot of times, the way they would make their face look when they said something sold it. It made the impact that they were looking for, and that's the same thing that we do in professional wrestling, really, when it comes to TV. Let's see. Pretty classy lady. I'm only 2 hours away from you, and it took about a week to get here. Yeah, there you go. Perfect example. Let's see what else we have in here. We got some more names too to get to if we have enough time. Johnny. Yeah, I meant to say disguise or disgusted. I don't know why people were dead respect Hulk Hogan. Yeah, well, we get what you're saying, though. Yeah, you're right, though. It's just making disparaging comments about Hulk Hogan today, especially, is uncalled for. All right, here's some more names for you, Teddy. Name association. The next one is a young. That's being specified
Who?
here. A young Drew McIntyre.
Oh yeah, great guy, man. I had a great time working with him. Vince McMahon put me and him in a storyline where he was the chosen one,
Right.
and he made me, bow down on my knees and start talking about my grandkids, and so that broke me. So now I got to follow the rules and do whatever he says do. But anything Vince put me in, I enjoyed doing it. I gave it 100% because I know, what it meant.
When it came to Drew McIntyre, was Drew, did he feel a lot of pressure because of the comments that Vince had made about him? About
Well,
as far as being the chosen one?
not really. This it's a work.
Yeah, but I think a lot of guys in the back didn't think so. You know how they are, because there was always rumors of
Well,
guys in the back were getting jealous.
everybody want to be in that top spot.
Oh yeah,
It
everybody.
just if it's for you, it's for you. If it's not, it's not.
All right, the next name on the list here. I know we've talked about Mae Young, but the fabulous Moolah.
I had the chance to meet her, man. She was outstanding. What a great lady. Her and Mae Young, both of them, man. Every time they come to TV, I'd run straight to them, man, because they was always entertaining, glad to see you, made you feel welcome, man. So, yeah, Moolah was really a great woman.
All right, the next name, I don't know that we've ever mentioned this name either. Jim Cornette.
Oh yeah, I like Jim Cornette. The only thing, then the really reason I like Jim Cornette is real. He's going to tell you just exactly how it is, and he's going to tell you the truth. That's another thing. So a lot of people don't like him for that, but like I said, he spoke up for me one time, and it wasn't just. I mean, me and him always got along. I think he liked me, but he knew it was wrong, and he spoke up for me one time. So I'd have to say, yeah, man, thank you, Jimmy.
All right, the last one on the list, and about the last one we have time for today, Mean Gene Okerlund.
Great guy. I had a chance to meet with him and God rest his soul, Bobby Heenan. I was in WCW, and they both were there. And they stopped me, and I swear they started talking to me. And I never will forget. Gene Oakland was talking to Bobby, and Bobby said, "If Vince McMahon knew what you were down here doing, he would blow you up." Something like that. They said, and I didn't really pay that no attention, because I'm thinking I ain't never going to New York or nowhere. But anyway. Those they told me those words, and I never did forget them. And when I didn't have a chance to tell either one of them, that I remembered that because they passed. But those were the words that they told me.
Has there ever been anybody that's come close to either one of those two personalities for you?
Lawler.
Yeah, yeah. I almost consider him part of that package, I guess, because he blended in with them a little bit. But I miss the days of a Bobby Heenan and a Gene Okerlund. I think there's still a need for those type of characters in today's wrestling, and
Yeah.
we just don't have them. And we need to, because they brought. I mean, Mean Gene was kind of over the top, but he was the Walter Cronkite of professional wrestling. You trusted what
Well,
he was going to say, you know.
I think we have them. It just ain't that no more.
Yeah. Michael also saying, rest in peace, Hulk Hogan. Again, we did, if you just joined the show and you have not heard, Hulk Hogan has passed away at the age of 71 of a cardiac arrest. And we wish the family well.
Yeah, man.
Teddy, before we
Yeah.
get out of here, you want to pick somebody's question for today?
Probably.
Let's see. We had about the memories of Hulk Hogan, if you had any. We had Andre the Giant. The question about Andre the Giant. God, I don't know, Teddy. I'm trying to help out here. So
Well, all right. Well, I like the one with that old school with Andre. I like that one. Let's
You like?
get them a T-shirt. Yeah.
Okay, well, let me make sure I get the right one here. That's Becca the Recca. So Becca, I've already got your information, I know, because you sent me an email, so that's how I can get this to you. So easy enough. All right, Becca the Recca, congratulations. You just won yourself a Road Trip After Hours t-shirt. And it'll get to you in about 10, 12 days. It just depends on the post office. So, all right, wait, we do have one more question popping in here just before we get out. CM Punk fan, I had to ask you, what is your favorite time working with CM Punk?
Anytime you work with CM Punk, it's a favorite time. He's a nice guy, and he's very entertaining too. So I've always been a big fan of Punk. He's always been nice and great to me. So God bless him, man. But anytime you're working with Punk, it's always great.
All right, anything coming up for you, Teddy?
Well, I'm gonna try this one more time. Okay. On
Okay.
Tuesday, August the 5th, I'm gonna be at the Shoshone County Sunshine Fair. That's in Colesby, New York. Now I'm gonna be there on behalf of Immortal Championship Wrestling.
You sound like you're cutting a promo.
This is a promo. What are you talking about?
Go ahead.
Okay, so class of 25, Hall of Fame, Immortal Championship Wrestling. They're going to
Who's
induct
going
me.
in there?
What?
Who's going in the Hall of Fame?
If you just shut up, give me time, I'll tell you.
Okay,
I'm going
go
and they're going to induct me into their Immortal Championship class of 25 Hall of Fame. And also that night, just for them doing that, I'm going to be the acting general manager for the night. So I'm telling you right now, a lot of things going to be happening.
And what town's that in?
That's in Colesby, New York. The Shoshone County Sunshine Fair. That's right outside of Albany. What are you talking about?
I'm just giving you a hard time because you were begging people a while ago to tell you if
Yeah,
you were right
did
or wrong.
nobody respond? So I guess nobody in New York are listening to us.
Wait, Scott just popped in real quick. Thoughts on working with Doom versus the Four Horsemen?
Oh, learned a lot right there. Those matches there were what you go to school with. Man, working with them guys, you learn. I mean, I learned. I got educated there, and I had a great time because working with those teams there, they worked. You didn't run around, sit around. You didn't have time for no breaks, brother. You worked. So I enjoyed those matches, and I learned a lot.
All right, guys, we're out of time. We're a little bit over, but we do this every Thursday night, 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. It's basically you just ask Teddy anything, and he'll answer anything, no matter if you like what he says.
Anything.
We'll see you again next week, same time, same place, right here. Teddy?
I'm going to give a big shout out to Denise in case she's listening. I don't know whether she's listening today or not, but Denise, I'll
Oh, I know what he's saying now. I get it. We'll see you next week, guys.